We've got 4 major stories hitting the wire, and we're going to pull out what you really need to know. We're talking about massive fraud probes and immigration targets, a big arrest in that 2021 pipe bomb case, a huge green light for crypto here in the US, and a Senate battle heating up in North Carolina. So let's get into it. First up, this situation in Minnesota. I mean, the sheer amount of money involved in these alleged fraud schemes is it's shocking.
It really is. You're looking at reportedly over $1 billion in total losses.
And that feeding our future case, that's a huge part of it, right? A quarter of $1 billion.
A $250 million allegedly just vanished into ghost companies. And this is where it gets, really political. President Trump reportedly made some very blunt comments, calling parts of that community garbage in connection to the theft. And of course, that got a big reaction from people like Rep. Ilhan Omar.
Right, but the real nugget here, the thing the House Oversight Committee is now digging into,
is whether state officials, under Governor Walz, maybe look the other way, if they deliberately ignored warnings to protect a specific Somali voting bloc.
And that's the real question, isn't it? What's the priority here? Is it protecting taxpayer money or is it protecting a voting bloc?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing local police reportedly backing away from ICE on these matters. The whole thing is just creating a lot of anxiety in the community. Okay,
let's shift gears. We finally have an arrest in the 2021 pipe bomb case, some accountability.
And it's about time. I mean, these were serious devices. We're talking galvanized pipes, kitchen timers, homemade black powder.
Placed right outside the RNC and near the DNC on January 5th. I mean, a clear attempt at political violence.
Absolutely. But what's fascinating to me is the sheer scale of the FBI's work here. This brings some real closure to a very dark moment.
Over 1,000 interviews, I saw reported.
1,000 interviews, and they had to go through something like 39,000 video files.
Yeah.
And the thing that led them to the suspect, Cole, was his shoes.
His shoes. Seriously?
Yep. Distinctive Nike sneakers on a hooded figure in some surveillance footage. That's what broke the case open.
Incredible.
Yeah. DNC Chair Ken Martin said it best, political violence has no place in America. And I think we can all agree on that.
All right, this next one is huge for the American economy. The CFTC, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, just gave a major green light for crypto.
A huge one. They basically said spot crypto products can now trade on our own federally regulated exchanges.
Starting with a company called Bitnomial. So explain what that actually means. Why is this such a big step for us?
Well, it's a very pro-business, pro-America move. Spot crypto just means you're trading the actual coin for delivery right now, not some futures contract. For years, American firms had to go to these risky offshore exchanges to do this.
So it's filling a big regulatory gap then?
A massive one. And it's not just basic trading. This covers leveraged spot trading, perpetuals, futures, the whole suite of professional tools. It's all coming home.
So this is the signal the big institutions were waiting for.
That's the key. This gives them the clear rules they need. We're talking pension funds, big banks, all that capital that's been on the sidelines can now come into the market right here at home under our standards. It's a game changer for financial innovation in this country.
And finally, let's talk politics. The fight for the Senate is really taking shape in North Carolina.
Oh yeah. Roy Cooper, the Democrat governor who just turned out, he's filed to replace Republican Senator Tom Tillis, who's retiring.
This is a must-watch race. It could absolutely decide who controls the Senate.
For sure. And, Cooper has the name recognition, so he's leading in some of the early polls.
But Republicans already have their attack lanes ready.
They absolutely do. They're going after his record on everything: taxes, crime, his COVID restrictions, even how he handled the recovery from Hurricane Helene.
And his opponent is Michael Whatley.
And he's reportedly got the endorsement of President Trump, which is obviously a huge factor.
Yeah.
This is going to be an intense, very expensive battle for a critical seat.
So if you enjoy breaking down the news like we do, here's something to think about. With this big move from the CFTC on crypto, are we past the point where digital assets are just an alternative investment? Are they becoming a core part of our regulated financial system now? Just something to mull over. If you like these deep dives, please subscribe and rate the show. It really does help. Thanks for joining us for the deep dive.